Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to get the 4-link done on the rear end, building my own shocks. I got the springs and everything ready for it. We're going to do the fuel cell, run the hoses for it. We're going to run the lines for the nitrous. I'm going to put some bracing in this steering wheel just to make it a little stronger. Like I said in the last video, you won't see any of it because it's all behind the firewall here. We're going to finish up this hood. We got a little touch-ups to do. We'll get this hopefully in primer. So it should be a good video. So make sure you stay tuned. Howdy guys, welcome to the cave. I'm Mark, and you're watching Blue Street Customs. Okay guys, so like I said, I'm going to be making my own shocks. I'm going to put you down here, we'll zoom you in a little bit, just like that. So I've got these factory shocks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the ends off, and I'm going to use them, so I don't want the inner body. And I've got this tube. Now I've already started building it a bit, but I put a spring perch on this end. I've cut up some more. I got to do some more filing and sanding. And I've cut up a couple rods. So the rods will actually slide inside. Right? So this way when I glue my ends on and put it underneath, once the axle's in place, I can actually adjust this piece here for as high as I need it without coming through the bottom, obviously. The spring will go on top like so, and the hole fits perfectly, so I can just set it where I need to, just to make it nice and tight in there, like so. So of course, then this here, I'll probably have to trim these down, but that's fine. So once the axle's in, and the bottom end is glued down on here, then I can just nip this off where I need it once the axle's in its place, and I'll build a spring perch, and I can put the top piece on. I'll cut the top of this off, and I'll just glue it onto this once I know what height I'm at. So that's how that's going to work. These here, they're old ladder bars, but I'm going to use them because they're the right thickness and everything I need for my 4-link. But I've cleaned up the center part here where it sits on the axle. I know where I've got to put them. And those will sit in here, in these little slots that I made. So then I can get everything nice and parallel. As you can see, I've already pre-cut them to length, but I'll probably trim them a little more. And then the shocks will be down there. I also have a Panhard Bar here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Oh, right here. I got a Panhard Bar here. So once everything's in place, then I can put that in place. And that'll be good to go. Then I can start working on the wheels, but probably wait until after for that. And like I said, as far as this here, I just got to touch up some putty work, make sure there's no body lines. I'll prime it. I'll probably have to touch up some putty work. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this hole in the hood. I'm going to wait until I'll wait for the body itself to be put on so that I know where I can put my engine properly. And then once I build the top of the engine, I'll know if I need to clearance more here or just make a nice, cowl induction hood or what. So that won't get dealt with until all of this is done. So I'm going to get to that. And once I get the shocks built and the ladder bar is made. Well, 4-link made actually. And the axle set in place. I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. And we'll probably start putting a few more of these little pieces in, and I'll probably find some more stuff to do. So we'll see you in a little bit. Hey everybody. Well, I've gotten more done. Don't have the shocks in yet, but I do have them somewhat painted so far. There we go. So I've got the bottom on, the rod that still just slides in and out, but I got the shock body itself painted. Needs a couple touch-ups, but I got the spring painted and everything put together there. Same thing on this one. Now, something else I've started on is I've started putting the motor together. Now this here I'll just get painted all aluminum because it's going to be an aluminum big block. So this here will be all aluminum. You won't see that chrome. Alright, I think I showed you guys with the 4-link is almost done. Now I've got the front end smoothed out as much as I'm going to get it smoothed out. It's not perfect, but I may touch up a bit more, but I think it's good the way it is. It's fully primed in black, inside and out. Also, I've got the front of this primed. I just put these rods in here so that paint didn't get inside the tube. All right, both of them. So that's ready to go. Now, I do have the bottom of the chassis primed black so that when the 4-link is ready to go in, I can just glue it in. Not a big deal. But I also have the interior. I was even able to get it textured a little bit. Make it look like he put some sort of texture, heat coating or something on it. Who knows? But anyways, now I got a bunch of hand painting to do in here. You know, like some of the piping, fuel slosh tank, battery, repaint the seat and steering wheel, try to do up some of the gauges. And then I can start hand building the front shocks. But I think that'll look pretty good in the body. It's hard to show it here right now. Come on, there we go. But you'll see how much that'll contrast in there. Right? It's not all the way in. I'm just kind of showing you through the windows. Now the body itself, I'm thinking some sort of dark iron, which is kind of a metallic-y color. I'll show you that here. This is a dark iron. All right, maybe a gunmetal. Yeah, that's the gunmetal. You can see one's a little darker than the other. Or I'm thinking maybe a metallic black. Now I'm pretty sure I thought of a name for this car, and I'm thinking Voodoo, which is why I'm thinking the dark metallic color. I've got some decals coming that should help out with the perception of Voodoo. And I'm thinking the old colors, you know, some sort of purpley black or metallic black, something dark on the car, and then the blood red interior. All right. So let me know what you think down in the comments of that name and the colors. I think it'll look pretty good. The aluminum block should stand out nicely in here, you know, once it's in. Nice bright aluminum. Colors of the shocks and stuff. I mean, I still got to paint the silver and stuff on them. The headers will probably be flat white. And the rear end, probably some sort of black with maybe an aluminum cover or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking Voodoo. I really like that name. I think the colors that I've picked for this should work out pretty good for that. So I'm going to continue on this. I'm going to probably paint the motor up aluminum, have that ready. and maybe paint the rest of this stuff aluminum, like the little pieces on it aluminum, and start doing, some color detail in here. Get this done up and ready to go. And then that interior will be almost done. I got to finish off the fuel cell, run the pipes to it, and a few other things, but that's stuff that can be done after the final detailing. Maybe run a few wires. And then we can start doing finish work on the body. And it won't be long before we're putting this thing together. So I'm going to get some more done, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back for another little update. So, as you can see, I haven't gotten any painting done yet, but I do have the fuel cell in. I do a couple more things to it, nothing major, but it's in. I got piping done. I got electric fuel pump in there, and that runs up to here, so that'll get painted up into that fuel slosh container. All right. As you see, I got roll bar padding on. Now all I did with that was it's shrink wrap tubing, right? Like this stuff here. Okay. Put that on your wires, you heat it up and it shrinks, seals everything. Well, what I did is I just cut it down one side and just basically clipped it on. Cut the lengths I needed, obviously. And this aluminum foil tape, right? Cut some of this stuff up and made ties with it. Made some ties for the wraps, right? So that padding is all done. So now I can start getting into the detail painting. Oh yeah, also, I gotta touch up some paint down here, but shocks are in. And so is the rear end. The rear end's in, shocks are in. Now I know it looks a little strange. I'm going to put a piece under here, mimic the fuel cell, bottom side of it, a couple little straps. I got some more stuff to do down in here, but I'm getting there. But I want to get some of this interior detailing painted. Now, I've also got some wiring. So again, with the shrink wrap, right on the end, I put again some of those little wire straps on there, you can see, little hold downs. I've got this one. This one here will be the basically an OBD2 plug-in for the computer, for the control module, which I made my own control module. I know it's nothing fancy, but it kind of looks like one. And if you're wondering what it is, just an old transistor. So I'll glue that down, and these things will get put onto it. Kind of like so. You won't even really know. So this, the orange and purple, that's your fuel pump relay. The OBD2 controller hookup for your laptop. And then I've got the main harness. This is the main harness plug. Now, your red and black, that's going to go to the battery. All right. And then your multicolor, as you can see, they all have the wire ties on it as well. This will run up to the engine compartment. Now, I stopped putting wire ties because I don't know how long I actually need it. And if you look, this here will end up sitting probably right about there somewhere. All right. Let's see if I can hold that in place. So that'll sit somewhere there. This will come down to the fuel pump. So I'll end up cutting that. This one will get routed probably along the frame on the inside here. And probably come down to here and I'll make like a little plug port for it. And then the other one, this one here, again from that part, in that spot there, this one will get routed down and come down to the battery. This one will get routed down, go through down here, and out the firewall area kind of thing. So it'll end up like that, and obviously it'll get cut and some of the wires will get spread apart and go to different areas. So that's where I'm at, and I'm just about to start doing the detail painting. So now once the body is on, I do have a catch can. So the catch can, I'll have to make some breathers coming off the top of the engine and stuff, and this will probably get put onto the firewall. Right in this area here somewhere. You know, just under the hood. So that's where I'm at. I thought I'd give you a quick update. So I'm going to get back at it. And when I've got some painting done and a few other things done, I will come back and I'll show you what it's like. Okay, guys. Well, I've got a bunch done. It's not completely done, but I think that's it for this video. So let me show you. So I got a bunch of the wiring done. Got almost everything painted. I got the rear wheels on. Fuel cell painted. I got to put some straps on it. Batteries painted and wired. Let me see. I'll zoom in a little bit here for you. I got the fuel pump wired. I got the wiring loom ran to the engine compartment. And I'll show you where that goes through the firewall in a bit. I still got to do the nitrous bottle. That's got to run to the engine compartment. I've got the computer wire for tuning it. I got that put up. I still got to put a plug on it. It sits on top of the dash right there. I don't know if you can see it. It stops right there. You got the rear tires on. You got the springs in. I got the drive shaft made, so that's ready to go. Now I'll touch a bunch of this up. I got the gauges painted. Seats painted. Remember that little transistor? Well, that's it right there. That little red thing, that's the transistor. So it's looking pretty good so far. Now, if you like what I'm doing, make sure to hit that like button for me. And I want to thank everybody that's gotten me to 450 subscribers. Thanks to each and every one of you. Make sure to check out my Instagram and my Facebook group. Links are down below in the description, so give them a follow and you'll get updates before I put out videos. Now, one other thing, the body is primed up. You saw that. Here's the hole for that wiring harness. That'll go through into the engine bay. The body is sand and prepped. I just got to give it a final wipe. And it's getting painted in the colors I'm using. I don't remember if I showed you, but I'm going to use dark iron for the main color. And a pearl blue fade at the bottom. So the main body will be dark iron, and the blue fade will be right along the bottom here, and just barely fade up. But you're going to have to wait till the next video to see me paint that. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you can get notified when I post another video. We're getting very close to having this thing completely done. All I have left now is the engine. Get that all finished up and painted. Once the body's painted, I can put that on, and that'll be done. Then I can get the front wheels on. I can do up the rest of the stuff in the front of the engine bay, and this car will be done. And then what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to bring back out the 69 Dodge Daytona and continue working on that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So I'm going to get to painting this, but for now, I'm going to leave you at this. So once again, thanks to every one of you that has subscribed and brought me up to 450 subscribers as of Saturday. Sorry this video hasn't come out sooner, but I have been having troubles with the internet. The technician is coming today, which is Saturday. So hopefully we can get all that figured out. I didn't want to take the chance and try and upload something and then have the internet quit on me and then have to start all over. So until next time, later.